here. I wanted to share with you the card I'm finishing up making for Craft Roulette episode 327. It aired on July 10th, 2026 with special guest Brennan Keene. I'll put the link down for you below in the description box there in case you want to catch a replay. But what might a heart die? What might this heart die? Paper pad, an older one here from the Stamps of Life. Was this the one I used? Yes, pay attention to the one with the butterflies. This fun A1 swiper card die. Interactive type card. I wonder why. This fun stamp set I got from a Fold It die off HSN. This older stamp club that's still available on thestampsoflife.com for some things. Let's go over the parameters real quick, shall we? They were interactive card. Yes, interactive, I believe. So it's a swiper wiper card. Whoop whoop. Summer colors. Perfect. And here comes the bride. Was an element. Let's just say cake, baby. Cake. Now I know you wouldn't have candles per se on a Here Comes the Bride cake, but I'm going with cake. And ink edging. Got my ink. Got my blender tool for some edging. Let's see how all that came together, shall we? Okay, I got a mess of papers here, but I can tell you it'll go together quite nicely with that fun set. Well, as you can see, it's the back, and I labeled it top and bottom. This way I would remember what goes where. See, back side piece. So I know that that's gonna go right there. Oh, did you see that? Pull it apart and yeah, okay. That's what makes this fun one interactive. I have never made this type of card before. This is the first time I am making one. This is an A1 size, so it's a little bit smaller than your A2. I would say it almost probably closely resembles within like millimeters of a 4-bar card. Which for 4-bar, when that comes up on Craft Roulette, I basically take a piece of 5x7 paper and fold it in half, so then you have a 5x3.5 piece for a card base. And this is very close to that. Okay, so for the back piece, here's more where the cake comes in. Again, cake, wedding day. Here comes the bride on the day I got married. Whoop, whoop. To Mr. Hubby there, 17 years ago now in the past. Our anniversary was in May. And we didn't get cake on our day. We probably could have gotten a little more adventurous, if you will, to get cake. We got married in Vegas. So we didn't have cake. So for anniversaries, I do like to make sure there's some type of cake involved, if possible, because cake. I mean, granted, I could eat cake about all year round, but, you know, hey. So here comes this bride back 17 years ago. She did not get cake on her actual wedding day, but that's okay. Many brides do get some cake in some type of form. I know I went to a family wedding a few years ago, and they had cupcakes available, so that was fun. I liked that. There's the back. This is lemonade cardstock from the Stamps of Life. Oh, this particular set, while not coming from that cake set I showed earlier, go figure, it came in a pelican set. I know. I mean, I'm not really sure why pelicans are delivering sweet wishes to you. I mean, I guess sweet wishes if you like the fishes. But this gal while enjoying her fish sometimes. Does not really think of it as sweet, per se. But I did use the lemonade cardstock. It is one of my favorite yellows from the Stamps of Life. I need to work on getting the ink for it because I think it'd be a nice light yellow and pair very well with all the other inks that I have in my stash. Now what I did, because I'm El Chipo, cut out a heart from the back of it just to use, and use some scrap white to kind of fill that in. And I did that on this piece here as well. This will be where I write my message, but here we go, the front of the card. Those little glue goobers, I was testing things out to lay it down, so I was using a Dotty tape runner to help secure that. I'm not worried about wiping that away. It's just going to get covered up, so not too worried there. Would you look at that? I got a smudge. I am not sure how that smudge got there. I don't even know how I did it. So I'm not even sure how to recreate it over here. You know, I got little heart cutouts. That might kind of work. Or maybe I will go and find... Oh my word. I thought I had glue adventures earlier, and I'll tell you about that here in a bit. Now I got ink adventures? Oy, oy, oy. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be me if it didn't happen, right? So I'll glue that down. That butterfly paper came from that paper pad I had shown earlier. And I like it. I like all the pink in it, hence why I chose it for my summer colors. This was a fun little die set inside that card-based die for the little swiper piece. So of course I could have found some pink cardstock in my stash, but instead I took the ink I used for the ink edging and just kind of swiped it on down the card, swinking perhaps one might say, to get that color. I think it matches pretty close to what color is here in this printed cardstock. So just gonna glue that down. Okie dokie, there we go. Let's glue this down and we can call that done and perhaps get out of here without any more glue adventures. Oh my word, glue adventures. Okay. So, oopsie. I'm going to go ahead and give this card away to a friend that I'm going to see on Friday. So I thought this would be an excellent one to make for a birthday card, as well as hand delivering. I'm sure I could put this in the mail in an A2 size envelope, even though it is A1. But with all the folds and the layers that I'd like to put on there, probably need to do that extra ounce stamp, and maybe even non-machinable. So, whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. So that little piece up there. Now when again, perhaps you can see a little glue boogie in there. That's because I cut out a heart. Here we go, heart. And I stamped the cake again because happy birthday, you deserve the best. I know, doesn't flow with the butterflies. The butterflies I was using more for the summer paper. But you know, I think it kind of works. Some people decorate their cakes with butterfly imagery. So let's go for it, shall we? And I was just going to put that on right about there. So I need to remember, let's not have extra glue adventures. Don't put glue at the top, just put more glue down here at the bottom portion. And I think I'm going to glue it about there. Yeah, that looks good to me. Now, could I be a little more precise and maybe trim some of that away? Sure. But I like the white piece being with the white card base, so it kind of hides it down there. That's another thing I was practicing, is making sure when this is down that the heart is hidden beneath the layer. I mean, you could do whatever you wanted. I suppose if it popped up a little, it popped up a little, but I like that. It has a very nice, clean feel to it, but I was thinking, and then one might display or see on the back, I didn't really like how that personally looked. So I made another one, and the butterflies were die cut from that paper pad. The little yellow hearts were the leftover cutouts from this side panel. And then of course I inked the edges, but did I do that side first? No, I did this side first. You can tell where I ripped it away, silly me. And then I was like, well, that's not gonna match because the heart is not symmetrical. One side's a little more pointier than the other. Just how that particular die was made, no big deal. Other heart dies may be more symmetrical, and that might have been something I should have looked into, like the heart size that I cut out from the yellow piece. Maybe that might have been something to put there. Nice, large, and in charge. Oh, that could have been good. Should have thought about that, Kamado. Woo! Oh well. So I peeled them off. Good thing it's the back side. Flipped it over, smoothed it out with my bone folder because this is the back side of the die. And I'm sure many of you know the back side of the die has that kind of not as pretty edge to it as perhaps the front side, which has the nice smoother rounded type edges. So spread that out with my bone folder, ink blended it, reattached the butterflies and the hearts. Little secret between you and me, I don't think the recipient is going to know. So as long as I glue in the same place, I think we're gonna be okay. Whew, here's hoping, right? I mean, oh, it would not be a Kamado video without some type of glue adventure. Am I right? Okay, so I guess in a way it's a good thing I ink blended, ink edged, stretch your pencil galore there, the side of the pink. That way, the back side, what I thought was the first side. So this way, if I did get a little off center, all you see is some pink. So maybe happy accident, if you might say, or a lesson learned for the future, as well as, that might be a good tip for the future as well. Oh, we're sticking there. No wonder it wasn't going down. And of course, take my little glue eraser here, because I think, there we go. Be patient, Kamado, and wait for the glue to dry. Sheesh. Okay, ready? Whoop. Oh, it's going down again. Okay. All right. So we'll have to work on that. Patience. Sorry for the camera shake there. Okay, let's see if it works. Oh, got caught again. Oh, on the heart, on the little heart. Well, I'll have to keep playing around with that, but I think we're gonna get it okay. The recipient, I'll be there to be able to help her with that. And I'm, you know, sometimes with interactive cards you have to get them all nice and worked out, the kinks really well, by opening and closing it a whole lot to train the paper, if you will. Stamped the happy birthday from one of those stamp sets and layered up some scrap paper there on the back to give it just a little bit of a lift. I didn't want it straight on, although it looked really good, but just that teeniest bit of lift from a couple layers of scrap paper I think really pulled it together, just to give it that slightest little lift off the back of the cardstock. I think it helps that this pattern paper has this light blue color, which is Blue Jay in Stamps of Lifeland, which is another one of my favorite colors. I really love their pastel colors. Okay. Blobby. What do we do with the blobby? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What do we do with the blobby blob? Do we get out another butterfly? Perhaps, maybe. Maybe we should. Let's see if I have any. Oh look, I got one right there. Okay. good. I know on some of the, with the Stamps of Life paper pads, some of the pages, if you will, have available for die cut images. The paper pads she puts out in the card kits, and they coordinate with the monthly stamp and dies that come out for that, so that's neat that they coordinate. I know my friend Reagan here is in the card kit and the Stamp and Die Hard Club of the Months. So that's nice that she gets the opportunity to get both, so you have the dies to coordinate out those pages. I was in those clubs several years ago, but I know it's a pink butterfly by Pink Butterfly. Shush it, I like pink. We'll go with it because we needed it. And now if you hadn't seen this video, you wouldn't have known there was a smudgy smudge there. Oh my. Got hung up again on that little heart. Okay, we'll have to smoosh that heart down a little bit better. Or I will take off the hearts and figure something out, right? But I think, oh, is it that one that's getting caught? Oh, it is. Okay. Well, look at that. Oh, yeah, we'll figure something out, right? Okay, we'll see if that got any better. You know what I saw happen in here? Little mechanism piece. It started to get a little, because it was getting caught, it wasn't as smooth down here as it perhaps should have been. We'll see if we can get that played around with. Ooh, I better do a quick parameter check here before this card totally fails on me. Okay, interactive card. Swiper card, swiper card. Oh man, we got so close on that, didn't we? So check. Summer colors. Oh, look at those yellows, those pinks. Look, even a little lavender. Some green in there. Ooh, I think those are summer colors. Check. Here comes the bride. Dessert. And cake. So I'm calling it check. And ink edging. I ink edged on the pop-up part. Ooh, front and back. So, oh, got it. Okay. I'm calling that a check. Say it with me, folks. Check, 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 check. Okay. If you have any questions about the card I made, products used, just want to say hi, call me out on my glue or inking adventures, please let me know in the comments below, and I will talk to you on the next one.